Well, my iPod's just run out of batteries, so I figure it's probably a good time to give a little video of my cycle home from university. I've just dropped Caroline's coat off at a dry cleaners / repair shop, where for the hugely expensive price of about 25 pence they're gonna sew a hole in the arm of the coat. That's a pretty cool service. I do appreciate being able to actually get things repaired for pretty cheap. Hang on, there's a bit of congestion in the bike lane here. For some reason people have, well, not democratically, because this is China obviously, but uniformly decided that this bike lane is in fact just a pavement. So it takes me about, now that we've moved house, it takes about 45 minutes to cycle from the university, which is behind me, back this way. Oh, that was probably a bit of an excessive close-up of my face. Yes, from the university to home, and I pretty much enjoy it actually. It's a good bit of exercise. It gives me a chance to listen to some radio programs on the podcast, or The Economist, or some music or something. So it's quite a nice break from work. Just hang back from this bus. Can be a bit frustrating on the roads at times, because everybody likes to converse by beeping their horn, and it's busy and the air's a bit dirty. But I did read something from a doctor who's based here in Beijing, who said even when the air is bad, the benefits of doing regular exercise outweigh the downsides of the poor air quality. So that's good enough for me. But yeah, as I've whinged about on the blog before, I think the drivers could do with being a bit less macho, and it's such a kind of stratified system. The bigger your car, the less you have to pay attention to anybody else on the roads, and cyclists are seen as fairly low on the food chain, only just above pedestrians. There's no concept that somebody could be cycling for health reasons or for pleasure. It's only because you would have to do it. Let's see if I can get between these two cones. So I'm just coming up to the famous Bird's Nest Stadium. You'll be able to see that in about a minute. Up here on the left. Oh. So the sky actually doesn't look too bad today, but the last couple of weeks have been terrible. I blame Obama. It's been bad since he left Beijing. They fired off some of the silver iodide rockets to clear the sky before he arrived, and of course it was as nice as you would expect when he was here. But as soon as he left, the air quality's been pretty terrible. When I first moved to Beijing, in typical fashion, I was saying that no, the air quality wasn't bad, there was nothing wrong with it, it was just fog or mist or something. But yeah, over time I've come to realise that was just optimistic, really. It's pretty bad. To be honest, the air quality and the roads are probably the only two things I would say that I actively dislike about the place. Everything else I'm either a fan of, or at the very least neutral towards. But yeah, I deliberately picked a bit of the cycle that wouldn't be full of me shouting and swearing as cars cut me up and ignored me, basically. there's a family holding a child over a tree to pee. A more common sight than you would expect, really. So this is, I don't know, maybe 3 kilometers, maybe 4 kilometers north of the Forbidden City. Just cycling towards the third ring road at the moment, and just going directly from north to south. There's 3 people passing by on a bike there, and obviously he just beeped at me in case my eyes weren't functioning or something. So over here on the left is the water cube that was the Olympic swimming venue, and then behind that you can just about, well, there's a bendy bus there so you can't see anything, but behind the water cube you can just about make out the bird's nest. There'll be a better view of that in a minute once I get through this slightly complicated area of taxis and pedestrians. Yeah, one of the slightly complicated things about the traffic is that everybody's got the right to turn right at a junction at all times, even when there might be a red light. So, and best of all, they just ignore any pedestrians or bikes in front of them, so that's pretty irritating. But I mean, it all happens slowly enough not to be dangerous, but yeah, it's pretty frustrating. So there's still the water cube there, and actually directly opposite that, this place that you can't see too much of from this angle, is a 7-star hotel, not to be outdone by the Burj Al Arab in Dubai. I think it's called the Pingu 7-star, or Pangu or something. Pangu, probably. But Pingu sounds funnier, so we'll stick with Pingu. Okay, you can see the bird's nest again if I hold it this way. Just peeking out behind. Let's just make sure I get past these 2 people without ploughing into anybody. Yeah, I guess it'll be difficult to see in the distance, but over that way there's a couple of smokestacks, and I don't know whether it's just steam that they're putting out, but Pangu, there we go, there's some proof of its name. But for, like I say, for comedy purposes we'll stick with Pingu. It doesn't look much like a 7-star hotel, I have to be honest. And it's had a restaurant there. So, coming up ahead, this is the third ring road around Beijing. I think there's currently 6 in use or something, but I'd expect by the time we leave in another year and a half there'll probably be 10 or something crazy like that. By the time Beijing swallowed up Tianjin, and who knows, I can't really see the city stop growing at the moment. So, you can see that's the third ring road there, going east to west. Excuse me, that's some of the lovely airborne pollutants catching my my lungs. And here I am cycling the wrong way towards a bus, but ideally it'll see me before I get ploughed to death. Woo. So over there's a really attractive looking pagoda, but a bit spoiled by its proximity to this road. I'm actually going the wrong way down the cycle lane at the moment, but it's not like I'll be the only one, and it's fairly relaxed on things like that. In fact, it's fairly relaxed about people going the wrong way down the